My name's Angie Porter, and I am an operator with the Milwaukee County Transit. I've been here for, well gosh, it'll be 24 years in March. Sometimes I have to give information on getting to other destinations. For people who aren't familiar with our system, I have to assist elderly individuals on the bus, people that are disabled. Just being an operator isn't my only job title. If you can look forward every day to a familiar face, it certainly does take away the edge of uneasiness that someone, especially I think someone that might be cognitively disabled and is very unsure about getting on the bus. Just having that familiar face and someone that's going to welcome you, you know, even if it's not the driver, if it's just a passenger that person sits with every day. For me, it's knowing that I'm doing the best that I can and doing a good job. You know, that's the most satisfying part for me, knowing I can get somebody, especially someone who's not familiar with the system, and get them to where they need to go.
Part of the reason that I selected coming to the city of Milwaukee was because of the advantages and the possibilities of having a well-rounded transportation system. Given that I'm totally blind and that I need to rely on different adaptive techniques and skills and services to operate, having a bus system which could take me anywhere throughout the county, can walk to many businesses, saving myself time, getting a little exercise as well, and staying current in the community, but yet I can get to most places I need to get fairly quickly by walking to a bus 2 blocks one way, 2 blocks another way. When I'm walking in an area or I'm in an area and I hear the sound of a bus, it's almost like the old days of having a beat officer around. Somebody who you know is coming through, somebody who is a public representative, somebody who can fairly give you information and you know is going to be an honest, trustworthy sort of person. Not infrequently, the bus driver also will offer, or I may ask, if they'd have a moment to help me cross an intersection that's bad or help me past some obstructions that may be difficult. But also you get used to seeing a number of people who in the morning you greet them, they greet you. When you haven't seen them for a while, you inquire as to the well-being that they've had, how they're doing. And so that there ends up really being that camaraderie that you don't get, you know, when you're a car alone.
It is true that many people will continue to rely on Transit Plus, especially during odd hours or inclement weather. However, a vast majority can enjoy the additional freedom of riding buses with the proper training and awareness of how the various buses and routes operate. To better inform persons with disabilities and their caregivers, and also seniors, on how to use the bus, MCTS has developed an extensive training program that both riders with disabilities and caregivers can participate in.
When we first started this out, probably about 6 years ago, we just did a classroom presentation. We never came into the bus. And it seemed like the kids were getting really bored towards the end of the 2-hour session. So that's when we asked permission to get a bus out here and have them ride the bus.
With some proper training, probably most of them could take the bus on their own, but you might get some resistance from the parents, from the guardians saying, not quite sure if he's going to be safe on the bus.
Anybody in a disabled position, we're trying to make them understand that they can ride the bus comfortably. They can take a bus and have a driver that will be able to help them.
So this is part of their life skills class, but Darlene and I have also gone out to senior centers, showing this presentation to a group of seniors that want to learn how to ride the bus. Taking the fixed route Milwaukee County bus can offer them, you know, a very inexpensive ride. It can offer them such independence.
Mobility.
They can come and go as they please.
I am Cherie McGrath, and I'm an avid bus rider. I've ridden the bus since I was a little girl, and I am here today to be part of the training program for these bus drivers. Every driver who is a part of Milwaukee County Transit has been through training like this. The percentage of the ridership is going up because of elderly and disabled people. And I just think it's very important that all drivers know safety issues, that they are there to assist everyone. Once you're on that bus, you are safe, and people are welcoming. We're learning about people with disabilities and the elderly all over. We're a growing population.
The perception by many caregivers may sometimes be that regular buses cannot provide service for people with special needs. Many family members, with the best of intentions, perceive the bus as too challenging for their loved ones to use. In fact, persons with disabilities often have a preference for using regularly scheduled transit buses because it gives them greater freedom, less cost, and the ability to access rides at any time without advanced scheduling and longer waits and travel time.
My name is Marion Montgomery. My car, it's giving me problems, yes. The other day, my battery was dead again. Plus, it cost, $300-400 a year for insurance. From where I live here on the Route 15, is so convenient to so many things. So I picked up the phone and I called the bus company and asked for a map. Here's 15, which is Oakland. This goes from Bayshore all the way down to Oak Creek. I've taken the bus to go down to the Bead and Button show. And if I have one of those cart things, which I have, thank you. The bus is now ramp at the front door. So it's easier to get it on.
I feel it's my job is to just make them feel comfortable. And I always make sure I know where they're seating, and so I can kind of keep an eye on them, make sure everything goes well. It's a lot easier than they realize. At first there is a little apprehensive about using transit, but it's once they use it, they realize it's very simple to use.
The Milwaukee County Transit System has been doing this for a very long time. Our considerable experience and equipment will provide riders with disabilities with the best public transportation available. While some of you may not be able to use the bus and will have to rely on private transportation providers or our own Transit Plus service, we do encourage you to consider using the bus if, after watching and listening to this, you think it might work for you. Like we mentioned at the beginning, this is all about service. While we have made considerable efforts to provide public transportation service to persons with disabilities, we encourage you to participate in this process. When you do decide to utilize our bus system, we welcome your input and encourage you to let us know how we can improve our service. When you are ready to ride or learn how to ride, please contact us at 414-344-6711 or at www.ridemcts.com. And thank you.